This time? Am I live this time? I certainly hope so. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Stacey Storino. Normally, I'm from Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, and we do have a YouTube channel if you're a foodie and you like stuff like that. But otherwise, I'm here on the Stacey Storino channel, the #1 place for entrepreneur moms who want to use content marketing to drive traffic to their business in order for them to do business. And I usually go live on Fridays at 8 a.m. Sometimes it takes me longer if my connection isn't so good. I'm in upstate New York, so sometimes that happens. Hey, Donna, what's going on? Transformational Healing by Donna is here. Hi, transformational. Oh, is it not tagging? I want to always say hi. So, yes, there we go. So, good morning, girl. Hope everything is well with you and the fam. I know this is an exciting time for your business. Lots of businesses are starting to really start to amp up and ramp up with their online marketing, their social media content marketing, because you got to go where the attention is. And the attention is on social media and places like YouTube. I talked last week during my live. If you missed that, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Click the bell notification, select all, because I go live at least once a week around 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you have any sort of content marketing related questions in terms of, planning it, creating it, optimizing it for search, properly publishing it, and then sharing it out to others, it's kind of my 5 rings of content marketing. You let me know. That's one of the reasons why we do this weekly live, so we can do a nice Q&A for my students, my YouTube followers, etc. So come on along if you've got a question, especially when it comes to the short form content marketing, which I'm going to talk about a little bit more today, because some people might be like, okay, I heard you could get YouTube shorts. There's a video on my channel already, like a pre-produced video that walks you through the steps about how to actually publish something to YouTube Shorts, even if you're not in India, because while this is being shot live, currently India, folks that are in India and have the YouTube app, they're the only ones that have the experience in app to create something specifically and send it to Shorts. But there is a legit way for you to create Shorts outside of app. So that video will walk you through that. I think it was the last one I published before I went live today. So again, check that out on my channel. Thumbs up, guys. That really helps me out a lot when you do that. It's more data points for the YouTube algorithm to surface. Every time you say something, you do hashtag live, hashtag replay. That really helps me out too, to see who sees stuff on the replay. I know a lot of my students can come on or at least watch the replay not too long after 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But if I see like tons and tons of people saying hashtag replay, then maybe I know to do other lives at other times too. I'm here to help. So let's talk about, so I don't know if anyone watching this live or on the replay have tried to do a YouTube Shorts yet. As I discussed earlier in the week, YouTube Shorts are great because they help you rank up on both YouTube and Google. They're both owned by the same parent company called Alphabet. They're both sister companies, so when you do one, the other one likes to benefit you. And of course, as I'm sure you know, both YouTube and Google are the 2 most powerful search engines on planet Earth. If you had ever said to yourself, man, I wish I knew then what I know now, and that like 10 years ago, I would have started a YouTube channel and been serious about it, and I would have really leveraged search for my business, and imagine all the traffic that I would drive, right? Well, hey, Andrew George, what's going on? Guess what? Now's the time. Everything's managed to circle back around, and you are able to create YouTube Shorts, and you are able to get ranked up super high on both Google and YouTube. They're giving Shorts their own kind of like shelf or premium placement in search results. You do get to leverage some of YouTube's suggested. You could show up on folks' homepage, whether they're subscribed to you or not, right? YouTube's trying to do matchmaking to suggest your content out more. Hi, Andrew George. What's going on? So I don't know, Donna, Andrew, have you guys tried to do a YouTube short yet? You can repurpose your TikToks. You can repurpose your Instagram Reels if you have tried to create short form content. Content that's under 60 seconds is what I define to be short form content. So if you have created short form content on other platforms, have you tried to at least repurpose those to YouTube? With the following caveats. Number one, of course, you have to be careful and make sure that what you're uploading, whether it be shorts or regular traditional video, if you've uploaded something to YouTube, you have to make sure that it follows their policies and procedures, their community guidelines and all that, or you're going to get a content strike and or your channel taken down. They're treating YouTube shorts the way they would the traditional videos. And remember that when you create YouTube shorts, they have to be vertical videos, just like what you may have been creating for TikToks and Instagram Reels. Same thing, YouTube shorts is vertical. Why all this push for vertical? Because 90% or more of anything that's consumed nowadays is consumed on mobile. And so that just is a more optimized experience for the viewer. If you are in India watching this live or anywhere else on the replay, and then the feature becomes available in-app to you, just keep in mind you are, if I follow TechCrunch and what YouTube itself is seeing, like when you try to upload something as a short and it's not in vertical form, once you're creating stuff in-app, they won't allow you to upload it. So if you watch the video I just put down on my channel the other day and you create it outside of app, I still think vertical video is the only way you're really going to be able to get a good viewing experience. But until, you can use that backdoor method to publish your YouTube shorts until it becomes available to you in app. And how you'll know that is when you go to create on your mobile. It's supposed to be mobile only, so there's no expectations that there's going to be a desktop version. Tablet, I don't know, it's kind of murky. But when you create it in app, just like you would create a live from your cell phone, or you would upload something from your camera roll, on your cell phone to upload it to YouTube, same deal. They are going to, when you go to create it, if you're under 1,000 subs, you'll see two options. If you don't have shorts yet available in app, and that's like go live or, you upload from your camera roll. If you have the option available to you, it's going to say shorts, right? So then of course. If you're 1,000 subs or over, you do get unlocked the ability to create a post. So they let you do that too. Transformational Healing by Donna says, today was my day to get some stuff recorded. I may reuse some first. You can. Here's the other caveat. So I said there were two caveats, or I meant to mention multiple caveats, right? So the first caveat is to make sure that you're following all the terms of service, the community guidelines, which I know, the two students who are on here live right now, Andrew and Donna, they definitely know better. They know to follow the community guidelines. So don't think that like shorts is going to be treated differently than the traditional horizontal videos that you have been uploading to YouTube if you're using your YouTube channel. But the other caveat that's really important, I can't say this enough, is sure, repurpose your TikToks. Sure, repurpose your Instagram Reels. Why not? Go for the land grab as hard and as fast as you can. But if there's any copyrighted sounds or music on your soon to be repurposed TikToks or your soon to be repurposed Instagram Reels, you can get in trouble and get a content strike and or get your channel taken down on YouTube, because YouTube's algorithm will pick up that there's a copyright strike. Just because the owner of, say a piece of music made a contract with the powers that be at TikTok and the powers that be at Instagram, it does not mean that it's for broad use everywhere. They didn't necessarily make a deal with YouTube to say, hey, everybody use my stuff. So unless something is out there in Creative Commons, or unless you have bought something like a service like Epidemic Sound and you're using the music there, or you could use the music from the Creator Studio. That's all stuff that YouTube either bought the rights for or had commissioned for them, or both. For safe use, so you don't get a copyright strike on YouTube for the music. They will pick it up like this. Even Mr. Beast, and YouTube loves Mr. Beast, he has said in multiple interviews, like, you can't even like hum a piece of music. You can get a content strike for that, because he and his team found out the hard way. They hummed a piece of music, they got a strike, and it was a mess, and they had to do a lot of work to resolve it. So that's why I'm saying either use, when you're uploading something to YouTube and it's a TikTok, or, you know, you're repurposing a TikTok or an Instagram reel, like strip the sound out of it and then you should be fine. Obviously, if it's something where you need the music, like you absolutely need it, then you can't reuse it because you're going to get a content strike. YouTube's algorithm has been doing some deep neural learning for many, many years now. It is very sophisticated. I am pretty sure the only algorithms more sophisticated than YouTube's is Google's itself. So it's going to pick up stuff. Like, I would not mess with it. So if your short form video content that you created doesn't have copyright sounds and or copyright music on it, because remember, sound effects can be copyrighted too, or there could be like contractual arrangements for, you know, a certain sound effect to be okay on one platform, but not on others because they didn't enter into a contract with them next, or yet. So be careful. I would not use on YouTube, like a lot of people who do YouTubing at all, or create videos for YouTube, they know about like sites like no copyright sounds and things like that. And they're like, well, if I use the music and I put the attributions down in the show notes below, like they asked me to, I should be fine. Maybe, maybe not, because sometimes artists then say, you know what, I'm going to break my contract with no copyright sounds or whomever, you know, and I don't want everybody to use it anymore. So like, and if they didn't update or take down certain videos with the songs in it, you could be using the attributions, but there's a new contract or the contract's over and you can still get a content strike. So I'm not an affiliate for Epidemic Sound or anything. I just know that the biggest YouTubers tend to use it because you're more protected that way, and their contracts are such that, you know, if you use music and you are no longer a member of Epidemic Sound, like say you don't renew your annual subscription to them, or you pay month to month and then you say, no, I'm not going to pay for the next month, and you're done. Anything that you used before that, your contract and the terms of service with Epidemic Sound, they would protect you for any content strikes that come down, even though you're no longer a customer of theirs. And that's why a lot of big YouTubers say, if I don't like what's in the YouTube studio for music and sound effects, I'm going to go to Epidemic Sound, which has both, because I know I'm more likely than not, I probably won't have any problems at all. And if I do, Epidemic Sound takes care of it. It's part of the service that I paid for. Do you guys have any questions about anything I've covered so far? Let me know in the comments down below. And please do give this a thumbs up if you haven't already. Every thumbs up helps. Every comment or engagement helps. It's more data points for YouTube to surface, and then it's more likely to ping more people while I'm live who have subscribed to this channel, and or it's more likely to show up in people's feeds on the replay. So Instagram Reels, TikTok, if you still have that available to you, and now YouTube Shorts. It does sound like a lot of content marketing to do. And I don't want people to burn out. So like, what's my recommendation there? I would say this is something that we're going to try to do at Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, which is my family's business. On TikTok, we have over 175,000 followers or fans on TikTok. So we really know what we're doing on TikTok. I had a sample dummy account that I played around with, but you know, I do a lot of work for the family business, and then I do a lot of work for my business. So I can't be everywhere at once. If you've got one business, that's your one focus, that's really cool. So what do you do to repurpose? What we're going to try to do is not use special effect, sound effects and or licensed music on either TikTok or Reels. And we're just going to have things just have whatever natural noise you hear in the background. That's safe. You shouldn't get content strikes for that. And then you're better off there. So we're going to try to do that so that if we create a 15-second, piece of content for Instagram Reels, we know automatically we can then just repost it safely to TikTok. We know that we can repost it safely to YouTube Shorts. If you're in India watching this live or anywhere else on the replay after the feature becomes available in app, you can only create an app up to 15 seconds on a YouTube Shorts. But from what I can see so far from like the powers that be and big sources like TechCrunch, it does seem like if you create up to 60 seconds outside of app, you can upload it even in India and still get the benefit of 60 seconds. So if like a minute is so big to you and you can't get done what you want to get done in 15 seconds, you should still be able to kind of backdoor it even once you have the Shorts feature available to you in app. I know I've had some students ask me about that over the last couple days, and I have that set. So this is how I would say if you're a busy entrepreneur parent and or you're just a busy entrepreneur, you don't have kids yet or you never will, that's fine. You're still super busy living your everyday life, working your business, and then doing all this social media and, you know, other types of content marketing. You have to do the content marketing. I would say that, you know, 80% of what you should do in your business should be content marketing, because if you're not driving enough traffic to your business, you're not likely to have enough people fall down your sales funnel to do enough business, to either be profitable at all or to make enough of a profit to do what you need to do in your business so you could stay self-employed. Or if it is a side hustle and you're juggling house, spouse, kid, worship, pets, plants, a full-time job is your side hustle, God bless you. But then you really want to reuse your short form content and grab all the low-hanging fruit rather on Instagram with Reels, on TikTok, and on YouTube Shorts. But create one piece of content that just uses either no sound or natural sounds, whatever's going on in the background. That's not copyrighted, right? Just make sure there's no copyrighted music that's playing in like a kid's room and you can hear it in your office, let's say, when you shoot, because you can still get a copyright strike for that. It's still bleeding through onto what you're creating. But if it's like no sound or natural sounds, like you're showing people behind the scenes of you making something, or you're just talking on the camera and there's no music, just the wind howling behind you, or you're in your office and it's quiet or whatever, you're safe. Create that piece of content and then publish it everywhere to cover all of your bases. Transformational Healing by Donna says, do you think it is a good idea for your shorts to be like quick, intriguing ads to get people to watch your longer videos? Yes. Or more like we have done on Reels to get people on the mailing list? I think both. And this, thank you, Donna. It's like you read my mind. We're on a vibe. Because the next thing I wanted to cover in this live is, okay, so we're going to repurpose and do it safely. We're going to cover all three bases. So we're not creating 3 new sets of content. And okay, you know, we're going to be careful so we don't get a copyright strike. What comes next? How am I going to create all this stuff? You know, what do I do with it? What's the purpose of it? We never want you creating content just for the sake of creating content. That's kind of a waste of your time. And most of my students aren't trying to be influencers. I do have people who are products-based, people who are services-based, and people who are a bit of both. And all that's cool. But if you're trying to be an influencer, it's still not a good idea just to pump up your numbers and get a lot of views, because sure, you know, you're getting a lot of social proof and that's important. And you're getting a lot of people into the top of your marketing and sales funnel, and that's important. But if you have no way to monetize these people, then, you know, you can't, you know, deposit likes and shares and subscribers into the bank. So when you're an entrepreneur and you're doing content marketing of any kind, including short form content marketing, like Instagram Reels, like YouTube Shorts, like TikToks, if you still have that available to you, you know, what's the point of doing it? It's not just enough to like show off your products or do like a Maker Monday sort of piece of content. Let them see behind the scenes. Let them see a build. Or if you're a coach or a course creator, you're giving a tip or you're saying something educational, or you're an entertainer and you are saying something like, you know, delivering a quick joke or doing something funny or something interesting. Your piece of content should always educate, entertain, or inspire, or some fusion blend of some or all of that. Or it's like, what's in it for me? Why do I care? So even behind the scenes stuff, if you're making like products, is important, because to you, you might think that's boring, but whomever's watching, they may be like, they have more talent in their pinky than I ever will. I'm obsessed with that. There are some people that just like to see how things are made no matter what. So I think a Maker Monday piece of content is important. I think a Tip Tuesday is also important. I think a Win Wednesday piece of content, short form or otherwise, is important. Throwback Thursday or Tool Thursday is important. No matter what your niche, pitch, product, or sitch or situation is. Ooh, guys, give me a thumbs up. That really helps me out. Please, please, please. I will tell you right now, like, you can create content with a theme for every day of the week, but the next piece is you have to have a call to action, because if you're an entrepreneur, whether you're an entrepreneur parent or not, you're an entrepreneur, you need to make money, right? You need to make money. Hey, Daniela, what's going on? Good to see you. Hi, thank you for the hashtag live. Thumbs up this video, please, guys. It really helps me out. It'll ping more of my subscribers. Hey, Behaven Designs. Hi, Stacey and Frosties. Hashtag live, yay. Don't forget, if you are interested in the pumpkin batch of frosting and you don't have it already, today's the last day for the sale at $47, and it goes to $97 again. It's Melanie from Australia. I know, girl. Hello. How's everything in Australia? Do tell. Hi, Daniela. I could Behaven Designs. Hi, guys. I love it when my students talk. It's fun. I love you guys. Without you, there'd be no me, so I'm very proud of you. So here's the thing. There always has to be a call to action for every piece of content that you create. Otherwise, what do you do? You're just getting more views, maybe more subscribers or followers, depending upon the platform parlance. That's good for social proof, but then what? You have to have a call to action. So I would mix it up. There's no like bright line right answer in terms of how much you do this stuff versus not. You should always have a call to action, but you can mix it up in terms of what your call to action is trying to get people to do. Sometimes you might say, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more, stuff like this. Sometimes you're going to be driving people to, you could use it as a preview, like Donna said. That's what I'm going to be doing with a lot of my shorts, by the way, for my channel. My channel has like over 130 videos on it. So I'm going to go through and create a short for every single one of my videos where my call to action is going to be like, hey, make sure you go and watch the full blown video for more, to go back and unpack this concept. Or if you're a products-based business, to see more of the build. This is just a little taste. You want to see the whole thing, go to my YouTube channel, right? So that's important. But you could be telling people to go to don't forget, with YouTube Shorts, you do get, just like with a regular horizontal video, you do get like your description, your show notes down below, as a lot of people say, right? So like you get that. So you could say in the short, make sure, visit description to get coupon for 20% off your next trip, right? Or your next purchase or whatever. Like I'll say that for Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, make sure you click the link in bio on Instagram, let's say, to get your next coupon good for 20% off your next trip to Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill. We're a brick and mortar business. In a very short period of time, we have well over 5,000 subscribers with open rates to die for. Like if I run a promotion or I give a coupon, it's like I'm printing money. And I say that with confidence. It's also true, and my people enjoy the coupons, the sales, the BOGOs, the deals, and the steals. So you can use your shorts on YouTube just to announce that there's a sale. Go to the link in bio. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong platform parlance. Go down to the show notes down below. Yes, on a short, and have that link be there. Every single piece of YouTube content that you have, that you create, whether it's a vertical video short or it's a horizontal video, just regular YouTube, or a live and you post the replay, there should always be at least one link in there, and they shouldn't have to go too terribly far down in the description. Use emojis for color. You can copy and paste those into your description box. Like, look at what I'm doing down in the description or the show notes down below for this live, right? You can see that I have where my affiliate links are. You can see that I've got emojis for color. You can also see further up top, I've got arrows pointing to my freebie, to my $9.95 offer, and to my bigger course too, because a lot of people are like, you do a lot of Instagram videos, and a lot of my audience is older, they're 40 and above, and they're like, I need something step-by-step, click-by-click to set up, to create, and then to use Instagram as a marketing and sales funnel. So that's Socialgram Shortcut. So take a look down below. I just copy and paste from like emojicopy.com. It's a free service, and you can put stuff down for color. Don't do too much of it, because then it's just a sea of color. You just want to direct the eyes to like the 1, 2, 3 main spots that you want them to go to. especially more up top. So I would always, even if you're creating a longer form YouTube video or a short, it doesn't matter. I would always have the link to your email list so you can capture as many leads as possible. And then depending upon what business you have, you're giving them a coupon. It's free for them to get the coupon, right? They may use it right away, or they may need to get to know you a little more and then use the coupon. That's cool too. That's effective marketing, not just on YouTube, but on any platform. The cool thing about creating content on YouTube is that YouTube is the second largest search engine on earth. Once you create something, unless you make it private, unlisted, or you delete it, it's there forever, and it's a magnet to keep attracting people to your business. As much as that's a no duh for like regular YouTube videos, if you understand like video / YouTube content marketing at all, like I don't want it to be lost upon you that it's still good for shorts. Make sure you guys give me a thumbs up if you haven't already, by the way. And make sure you subscribe and click the bell notification, because I do go live to do Q&As and do presentations around 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fridays. And then, when I do create video, like pre-planned video content or pre-recorded video content. The idea was to do it every single day of the week. Of course, I ripped my right medial meniscus, and that slowed me down, but I'm getting back up there. So I'm getting back up there. At least Monday through Thursday, for sure. The plan is to have pre-recorded content on here. You're new around here, make sure you subscribe. I have over 130 videos that can help you if you're a busy entrepreneur parent, and or content marketing on TikTok, content marketing on YouTube. I did do some videos. I also did a bunch of videos on Instagram, and I'll continue to do Instagram content marketing videos. But now with the short form content marketing, this is too good of an opportunity for you to miss, because there's very little competition anywhere on the globe right now for shorts. But of course, with every day and week, there will be more people realizing that outside of India, they can create shorts, even though it's going to be outside of app until it becomes available as a feature in app later. YouTube has indicated that by the end of the year, everybody should have the feature available in the app. They jumped into the gap for India, especially once TikTok ban went basically countrywide in India. It also affected, I believe, 58 other apps too. This isn't just them going after TikTok, but that's what like a lot of the news would, make you think. 'Cause it's like TikTok. And now US is trying to like see, do we ban it? Do we not ban it? What's going on? Oracle bought it, but it didn't buy all of it. So now is that still an issue? Are there still security issues? So there's all that stuff still going on, all that static. But some of my students, I'd say about 11 of them have made sales on TikTok alone, money. And at least 2 of them have done it multiple times. So they love TikTok, and they're like, please don't take it away. But they're also making sales on Instagram Reels. And, there is some repurposing and some creating new content. So now it's like, oh gosh, YouTube Shorts. Like I said, right now, there's nobody competing for anything. This is just the dawn of a new age for YouTube. And they had to do it, or Gen Z would not come on or would not be on YouTube very long. It would get too stodgy and old. Much younger millennials, the same thing. They would start leaking or losing them. And if they weren't careful at YouTube, eventually they'd suffer MySpace disease and become irrelevant. Nobody likes that. I see Bridget's here. Bridget and I remember MySpace, don't we? Hello. Let's see. Hi, Music Chick Art. What's going on? I hope you heal quickly. Thank you. They thought they were going to have to do surgery, and I've been making a really good recovery. I don't care. I told my orthopedic surgeon I could do surgery. I could not do surgery. I want to do whatever's best for my facts and circumstances. And right now they're taking a wait and see approach. Most days it's not too bad as long as I don't hot dog it too much, but occasionally it's really painful. But I've weaned myself off the knee brace, which is huge. Good morning, Donna and all. Time got away from me working on photo editing. Good girl, Daniela. Good girl. And I know that you've been doubling down on content marketing. That's really great. It's bringing you more awareness. So that's driving traffic into the top of your funnel. But like I said before with Donna, you do want to make sure that you have a call to action attached to every single piece of content that you create, whether it's a short form piece of content or something else. Don't just put stuff out there and be like, okay, and that's it. And, yes, whether it's relationship marketing or straight up sales-based marketing, you should have a mix of both. I do think there should be around, this is not a bright line, but roughly 2 to 3 times the amount of relationship marketing, where it's not like my stuff's on sale, my stuff comes in green, get my stuff now, ran out of my stuff, just restock my stuff. Like, that's more sales-based stuff, and you're a business. You need to do that. And, and I say to my advanced students, you should be having a promo or a sale every single week. Intermediate's going to be like 2 to 3 times a month, and beginners to business at all or content marketing or both, you should be having 2 promotions a month. If you're not having 2 promotions a month, then you come off like a hobby to people. And it's hard to get people's attention if you don't have some urgency and scarcity going on throughout the course of a month. To me, 1 promo a month is not enough. It really isn't. Even if you're having like a major promo for Christmas and a major promo for like Black Friday through Cyber Monday. Okay, that's good, but you can't just live your life just for like 1 day or 1 weekend or something. You really do need to have at least 2 sales going on a month, because that's obviously going to make more business for you. But, you should buffer everything with relationship-based content marketing. However, it's okay to create relationship-based content marketing and then say, well, you know what? My call to action at the end of this video or this live, and then I post a replay or whatever, is like, make sure you go down to the link down below and get a coupon good for 20% off your next purchase. Whenever you'd like to do that, take a look, or your call to action could be like, subscribe to my channel or follow me on Facebook or follow me on Instagram. That still counts as a call to action. Don't just throw content out there and not give somebody something to do after they're done. Sometimes we business people, we entrepreneurs have the curse of genius. We think everybody knows what we know, even if it's to a much lesser degree. So like, a lot of YouTubers don't get it if they don't have the call to action to say, make sure you've subscribed and click the bell notification and select all. They figure, don't people hear this on YouTube anyway? Or don't people know to do this anyway? Even if they're not content creators themselves, they're just content consumers. Some do, some don't. And even those that do, they're just as busy as you are. You haven't cornered the market on busy. I haven't. So they could be like, squirrel, and then they go and they didn't subscribe to you. And, their computer powers down or their kid closes out all their tabs or whatever. And then you're lost. And then they may not ever know that you existed. So there are different types of call to action. They don't all have to be sales oriented. Some obviously will. And if you're doing at least 2 promotions a month, you're going to have that. But just make sure that between you are announcing the sale, teasing the sale coming up, then announcing the sale, then during the sale, cart closing or last day of the sale, sure, you're going to be doing a lot of, if not all, sales related marketing messaging. And your shorts can reflect that too, if you'd like. But on YouTube, the same thing. You could have Instagram Reels that do that too, if you like. And you could have TikToks that do that too. People do follow folks on TikTok or their fans on TikTok, and it's a bunch of bunk. Like, they'll go and they'll look up their favorite creators or their favorite TikTokers, and they'll see everything there, whether it showed up in their feed or if it's on the For You page and stuff like that. The older the user is, the more likely it is they have cash to spend on you. And the more likely it is that if they think about you at all or you show up occasionally and suggested, they will circle back to see what else you published. But don't have the curse of genius. Even if your call to action is follow me on Facebook, make sure that you like this post, save this piece of content that I published as a feed post on Instagram, you will use it. Say it's a carousel post and you swipe through, like you put 10 pieces of content on there, which you could do on a carousel post, up to 10 pieces of content. If you make it like a lookbook or you make it like a tip guide or something, like, make sure that your call to action there is that they save it. If they save it and they followed you, they're certainly happy. You have more know, like, and trust with them. They're more likely to shop you either immediately or over time. if they haven't followed you and they saved something and thought it was a resource, yes, they're going to be very likely to follow you on Instagram or subscribe to you on YouTube, let's say. Does that make sense? If you guys have any questions about any of this, put it down below. But can you do quick, intriguing ads? That can be some of your shorts or TikTok or Instagram reel content. Of course it can. Can you use your YouTube shorts to drive more traffic to a longer video that shows them more, that gives them more? Absolutely. I would do that sometimes. Don't just think you have to do one category. You can pick the fruit of every tree. You could have, if you're like, I'm having a hard time planning all this out, then like I said earlier, maybe Monday is Maker Monday. Maybe Tuesday is Tip Tuesday. Maybe Wednesday is Win Wednesday. If you're a coach or a course creator, you could definitely share testimonials from your clientele. If you're an Etsy-based business, you can create content highlighting a great review you had on Etsy or Amazon Handmade. Is this making sense to you guys? Let me know. Don't just do content. Well, you could occasionally do content that's just for fun, for like fun or funny Friday or like, Soul Sunday, if religion and or spirituality is important to your people. Like I know Transformational Healing by Donna, your people are into Wicca, pagan spirituality. You could have it be like a Soul Saturday or a spiritual, like, Sunday or whatever. And that could be a theme for your content. So you could have every day of the week be a theme for your content so that, just in case you're like, oh, I can't think of something to make. Like you go, oh, wait, Tuesday. It could be Tip Tuesday. How could somebody repair a piece of jewelry better? How can they maintain it? What's the best way to store it? What's the best way to wear it? You know what I mean? Like if you created jewelry, if you created storage solutions, what's the best way to like overhaul your closet or utilize the space under the bed more, and your Tip Tuesday kind of content can definitely showcase the use of your products in the background. And, people can see it. And if they're intrigued, boom, go down to the comments section. I'm sorry, on YouTube, go down to the, the show notes down below if you have any questions. And then you can put more information in your show notes. Your show notes, I think you can go to like 5,500 characters. So for goodness sakes, you could write a micro blog post or a mini blog post down there. So if you're doing like a Tip Tuesday piece of content for shorts, go down below the description down below to see the bigger video and or for more tips. Like, boom, you can really utilize the real estate that's in the description. Yes, you can use hashtags. You actually do need to use hashtags if you're creating a vertical video that's under 60 seconds to be used as a short. Just make sure that hashtag shorts is in your title. I'd push it to the back of the title. You get 100 characters max, including your hashtag. So do that. And then they do say it's a best practice to also put it in the description as well, someplace, any place in the description, hashtag shorts, so that this way the platform knows that, for sure, this is a piece of shorts content. If you have the feature available in app, then it's tagged appropriately because that's part of the feature programming and they know where to put it. But if you're doing it outside of app, like how you have to do it everywhere in the world right now as this is being shot live, except for India. India has that feature. Then that's what you do. Let me see if I have any questions. That's where I'm stuck. What does an artist crafter do for content other than our work? She's been posting nature photos. Great ideas. Okay, yeah. So if I were a straight up artist, let's say, right? That's a products-based business. Yeah, it's probably a lot of one-of-a-kind work. I hope you're pricing that stuff accordingly since it's one-of-a-kind work. You can't get that time back. And you can't really scale it, right? Unless you do screen prints of it after you've done the original, right? So like Maker Monday is really good about stuff like that. Tip Tuesday, like I would be like starting my products, 60 seconds or less in a short or in a longer YouTube video. You obviously get more time to do this, how to hang artwork, how to care and clean artwork without destroying it, how to properly display artwork, how to use a piece of artwork as like therapy or stress relief We talked about this, some of my students and I, back in, what was it, March or April, when COVID was like crazy and everybody was scared to sell. And I was like, no, everybody's going to be ordering online. And you guys, almost all of my students are online only. Some have a brick and mortar presence, and so they're a hybrid. So I'm like, you guys should be selling all day long. So one of them created quilts. You guys know Julie, handmade, what is it? Julie Mackenzie Brooks. I'm having a block on the name of her business, and that's how she shows up here when she's here. Julie, we love you on the replay, because I know she's not watching this live right now. But Julie Mackenzie Brooks does quilts. So she's like, what can I do for like Tip Tuesday? So it's not just like care and storage of quilts, you know, and how to properly hang them and stuff. I'm like, think about it. The colors that you use in your quilts, you know, learn color therapy, like go on Google, spend an hour. What do all the colors mean? What are like the alleged, like, you know, benefits? Like, does yellow calm you, or does red it make you hungry? Does blue make you chill? Does purple make you chill and feel like spiritual or anything? Like, and so like, don't you have quilts that have like predominant, or they're like all like a couple colors? Can't you just say on Tip Tuesday, this piece of, in her case, her artwork is a quilt, you know, what kind of benefits would you get if like you meditated or you just chilled in front of, you know, my quilt, which is hanging wall art? She was like, whoa, you know, it's like quilted wall art. And that gave her a way to go and market her stuff differently. And she liked it. So like, you know, maybe you consider discussing what's depicted or shown in the artwork. Why? If you're part of the Wiccan pagan community as well, Daniela, so, you know, you could just have Tip Tuesday be tips about your practice, tips about upcoming moon cycles, tips. I'm Roman Catholic. Do you like how I know all this stuff? I was in college in an 8-person suite, and freshman year, they put me in a suite where the other 7 people were a coven of witches. It was a lot of fun. a lot of debates, but we were all friends, so it was all good. But I learned a lot through osmosis, and so now I can say, there's plenty of things that you can do Tip Tuesday where you're just the brand leader. And so you're getting a following who goes, oh, she's just like me, or she understands. So, you know, Maker Monday is obviously showing you making the art. You could do a quick video. Oh, be careful with shorts. I do want to say the fear is that if you take like an up to 15-second or up to 60-second snippet of your YouTube horizontal video that you were otherwise going to put up, but it's got to be vertical for shorts. But just be careful about repurposing from a YouTube video you've already done, because you could get like, oh, I forget the name of the strike, but you can get a strike for that because you published a piece of content multiple times on YouTube. That's a no-no. They either won't let you upload the same YouTube video twice. I accidentally did that, and they caught me midway, and they just wouldn't let it publish. And I was like, well, thank God, because I don't want to strike. But like sometimes you can slip under the radar and the algorithm will catch you later. So like definitely do like a quick, like little snippet commercial with a vertical video. You want to definitely see, you know, and you might have the finished piece of artwork behind you. You want to see how I made this, you know, gorgeous, you know, painting. Well, in the show notes down below, click on the link. It'll take you to the video and I'll show you the whole process. That's a Maker Monday way of utilizing shorts on YouTube. But quite frankly, Instagram, if you have IGTV videos, you could totally use a reel to do that too. Or you could just do a reel and drive people to YouTube, right? And don't forget, for Instagram Reels, you get 2,200 characters in your caption that goes with the reel. You're not just sticking up a piece of short form content and that's it. That's where Reels and YouTube Shorts have it all over TikTok, because TikTok doesn't even give you as many characters for your caption, including your hashtags if you use them, and you should on TikTok. And I have a video that shows you why on this channel. But you know, you get more characters on a tweet on Twitter. So that's really hard, right? So there's a lot of benefits to using shorts and Instagram Reels. So if you don't have access to TikTok, or you never tried it because you were scared, you can get all of that TikTok low-hanging fruit goodness a lot of visibility. And if you have calls to action in every single piece of your content, you should get the 3 macro conversions, sometimes 2 and all 3 at once, depending right on the person and when you're catching them. You're going to get followers or subscribers depending upon the platform parlance between Instagram and YouTube. You're going to get more email opt-ins. You have to drive the traffic there. Some people will read your caption or your show notes for YouTube, but not everyone will. You have to tell them. Just think everybody's super busy. Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. So you want to drive that traffic to something. Is it to just the subscribe button? Fine. Is it to an email opt-in link? Fine. Is it to a link in your show notes from the short to see the bigger video? Then fine. Never, never, never create a piece of content without driving that traffic someplace else after that. Let me just see. So like Tip Tuesday could really be all about how to care for artwork, how to hang artwork, how to do interior design, starring artwork. And yes, Daniela, 1 or more of your pieces are going to be your co-stars in the background of your shorts and your YouTube video or your Instagram reel or your TikTok. Hopefully that makes sense. So Bee Haven Designs, did that kind of answer your question too? Because she's like, yes, I know, Daniela. I was wondering the same thing about the type of content when you're an artist, crafter type products. So it doesn't matter. Like no matter what you're making, Maker Monday is a gimme. Tip Tuesday, hopefully I explained. Win Wednesday is testimonials. If you're a coach or a course creator, obviously you're going to want to create and or repurpose content that has to do with your testimonials. Because if someone's brand new to you and they see posts, any sort of content that deals with testimonials, that's going to be more deposits a whole lot harder and faster into the bank of know, like, and trust. If you're an Etsy-based business or an Amazon handmade or anything like that, they have reviews too. Even if you're a straight up Amazon, drop shipper or whatever, you get reviews. So Win Wednesday could be anywhere from your clientele's wins to testimonials to, case studies of people who have used your products or your services, or they took your course. Throwback Thursday. Just a second. Oh, that's actually going to coat my throat more. Hold on. Throwback Thursday could be anything from showing people an image or a graphic or a video or something of you back in the day when you started your business, whether it's months ago, whether it's years ago. It could be Tool Thursday, if that doesn't work for you, where you could, especially if you're a products-based business, you could showcase different tools or machines or pieces of fabric or colors or, manufacturers that you use for like your paints or your clay or, where do you source your stones from jewelry or the metals or the clasps. Like this is kind of like Maker Monday, but it's a little bit more fine grain where like, you're like, okay, because some people want to understand why your pricing is high. You definitely have to price high. I would definitely say be among the top price in your industry. Because unless you're driving hella huge traffic, it's going to be hard to make enough money to have a sustainable business, right? You can't just give it all away, and you can't come from like the shallows and say, well, I'm new or I'm relatively new or nobody pays a lot for this sort of thing. One of my students, Annie Christie, shout out Magpie Mischief. She started several months ago, was brand new to business, was brand new to online marketing, became one of my students. And she does a lot of clay-based stuff, mugs and trivets and spoon rests and stuff like that. She fires it up in a kiln, that sort of thing. And she got lambasted by some people in her industry because they're like, your prices are so high. Nobody's going to buy your stuff. Do you know what? Because she did enough marketing to put enough deposits into the bank of KLT or Know, Like, and Trust. She's had, if I'm not mistaken, 2 collections that have sold out in half a year. She is profitable every single month. Nobody complains about her prices. And if I'm not mistaken, Etsy put her in a collection, in a featured collection. I know that happened to Onika Ben Schwartz of Design Pretty as well. Where's her coaster? Her coaster. So actually, this coaster was part of the featured collection, A Beautiful Mess, on Etsy. I know that of which I speak. I was doing this coaching for years, okay? So, and a lot of people are like, all this relationship marketing content, that's not sales-based content. But if you have nothing but a parade of products and a tsunami of sale information in your feed on Instagram, that's all you do for videos on YouTube, that's all you're talking about on Facebook, then you know what? People may buy, some will, but most won't, because they don't have enough emotional connection to you, and they don't understand what it is or how you do it and why that translates into a higher price. So some of what Annie would do is she would do Maker Monday, Tip Tuesday. I don't know if she did Win Wednesday or not, so I don't want to speak tell tales out of school, but she could talk about Tool Tuesday, what higher, quality material she has, the type of marksmanship or craftsmanship that it takes to create it, the amount of time to make it, and why that's different and why that's just right. So even a painter could talk about where they get their paints from, why that's higher quality, that sort of thing for Tool Tuesday. Your brushes, the canvases, the hooks, really, you could talk about this stuff all day long. You could feature you could be your own, Bob Ross, and talk about the power of phthalo blue. And then the next week it's like spring green. And the next week, the next Thursday, when you're talking about Tool Thursday, you could talk about white on white technique. So Maker Monday could be showing stuff in process of being created. Tool Thursday could literally be talking about tools. It could be talking about techniques. It could be talking about machinery or processes like Annie Christie's kiln. Does that make sense? If you're creating makeup from scratch, you could be talking about all the raw materials. Skincare, same thing. You're doing your own essential oils or your own oil-based stuff. You could take it one ingredient at a time and talk about that on a Tool Thursday. So Throwback Thursday doesn't speak to you. Tool Tuesday could. Now, if you're occasionally I have a cool throwback thing, then throw it on Thursday. I don't care. Fun Friday or Funny Friday could be inspirational quotes, funny quotes, jokes, memes, in jokes that, your niche would get, because it either has to do with the intersecting interests that brought them to you in the first place. They're a jewelry freak. They're redesigning their home. They're redecorating their home. They're coming for your kids' toys. They're coming for your organizers, whatever it may be. There's some sort of intersecting interest. So there could be some sort of joke or quote or meme or GIF or whatever. Whether you make it or you repurpose it, Friday might be the thing. So if you're an artist, well, there's got to be all sorts of stuff about art appreciation, beauty, quotes from major artists down to, more current artists of today. I could do this all day long, no matter what you gave me. And then Saturday and Sunday, especially if your stuff has anything to do with religion or spiritual practices, and or it doesn't, but that your niche is predominantly Jewish, Muslim, Christian, Wiccan, pagan, whatever, you could have a day that's just quotes or get to know the owner more, look at me in my religious or spiritual practice, right? Or if you're atheist or agnostic, you could have quotes and or material that just talks about ethics and what you do to have a more woke family, a more ethical family, right? So you could have a day of the week where it's get to meet the creator and or her family, and you could do short form content like YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, TikToks, or long form content that way. Blog posts, podcasts, feed posts on Instagram where you're using up as much of that 2,200 character count as you can to create a microblog post. Same thing with posts on Facebook. Is this all starting to make more sense to you guys? Let's see. Hand Dyes by Jules. Thank you. Thank you, Andrew. So Behaven and Waterhawk, is this making more, Daniela, is this making more sense to you? So Daniela says, trying to keep the spiritual aspect in the mainstream because we have a lot of crossover from the art world. Thinking of short, whimsical, or enchanted videos after the holiday email stuff. Oh, I know what you're talking about there. Yes. Plus a lot of wine drinkers. Thank you. I feel like I just got permission, says Daniela. Cool. You could talk about wine. You could talk about sophisticated art collectors. You could take this in any aspect you want. It doesn't have to be spiritual, religious, atheist, agnostic, social justice. You could keep all of that stuff out of there. If it's not a major part of your brand experience, or it really isn't like hitting in the breadbasket of your niche, quite frankly, I take the position that if it's inflammatory or incendiary, you're a business person. Keep it out unless it has something or everything to do with what you're doing, why you're doing it, and the digital and or tangible brand experience that you're delivering. Then yeah, you would do it. But otherwise, I would say it kind of has no place. Hopefully that makes sense. You did get permission. B. Avens Design says, yes, sure did. Great information and lots to take your suggestions. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh, her photos and IG feed are so pretty too. I'm just taking a peek. At Daniela, awesome advice. Thank you. Music Chick Art says, lights are going off in my head. Yes. So this gets into something different that I will talk about next week when we're talking about content planning. All right. You need to, great info. Thank you, Donna. You need to drive more traffic to your business in order to do more business. If you're doing business and you're profitable, that's cool. If you haven't been doing much, if any, social media marketing, that's cool. But wouldn't you like more? By the way, Google Ads / Google itself did a poll recently, and 74% of all people polled said they're either doing all of their shopping or most of their shopping online. They don't want to go out anymore for a variety of reasons. It's not all just COVID, or it's just the convenience factor is too much to deny. So you're in pole position, not just to have great holiday sales and great Halloween sales, if that happens to speak to your people. Halloween is the second most popular spending holiday behind Christmas. And then I think it's Valentine's Day and then Mother's Day. So, worldwide. So I know we're getting into the fourth quarter. Oh my gosh, September's almost over. So the fourth business quarter, a lot of businesses tend to do really, really well. But it's kind of almost lazy to think that you're going to just only make all or most of your interesting money in the fourth business quarter of the year. Most of my students, most of them, who even pulled the trigger on 25% of what I have taught them, have managed to have second and third business quarters that either rivaled or beat their fourth business quarter from the year before. And I have a healthy mix of beginner, intermediate, and advanced type students. And across the board, social media marketing and content marketing, video content marketing, be it short form or longer videos on YouTube that you can definitely repurpose on Facebook, and you can definitely embed the YouTube video into a blog post that you're doing. You can repurpose your content all day long. So I know the 7-day-a-week trick is cool for just themes. Next week, we're going to be talking about planning out content more. So again, if you're not subscribed to my channel live or on the replay, make sure you guys do that. See that call to action there and click that notification bell and select all. If you don't select all, odds are you may see little to none of the notifications reminding you that we're live, right? So please do that. And that's it. If you are interested in the pumpkin batch of frosted, it's going to close tonight, the sale. You'll get it at $47 instead of $97. So let me go get the linky link for that. Okay, let's copy the link. So you go through this link. It ends tonight at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then no, you can't get the sale price. So sale ends for pumpkin batch of frosting tonight. And there's the link. All right. Make sure you copy the link if you need it, because sometimes if you ever go live on YouTube, don't click the edit option when you end your stream, because you'll lose all your comments guaranteed. However, sometimes you can still lose your comments after you do that. So that's a pain. But you're guaranteed to lose it if you hit edit. So you would just go dismiss, and then hopefully your comments are there. If not, I'll make sure that I go back to this video and I'll put the link. The pumpkin batch of frosting is a week by week marketing and sales plan for you in the month of October. And even if Halloween isn't important to your people for religious reasons or whatever, we still show you how to do it every single week in October, Halloween or not, how to do your relationship marketing and how to do your straight up sales-based marketing and how to plan out, depending upon what level you're at, your 2 to 4 promotions for that month. So it does have a Facebook group that goes with the course. Once you pay for the course, it's yours. You don't pay for updates to it. And there's once a week, Mondays, and every Monday in the month of October, we'll have live stream training. So you want to make sure that you get in before it's too late. Once it closes, we'll have a sales page for it at $97, but who doesn't want to save $50? And even if you spend $97, it's a deal and a steal all day long, because when I used to rent myself out for one-on-one coaching, I'd be $150 an hour. And that really is the national average for life coaches, and business coaches tend to be way much more than that. And now I've got years of experience on me. I only do one-on group coaching now, so this is the only way to get me. And you would get me at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, replays always available in the Facebook group for the pumpkin batch of frosting. So make sure that you grab it up now. All right. I'm going to end the stream. Everybody gets like one more shot. Hey, Sopreneur, Stephanie Grams. Nice. Thank you. Yeah, for $47 or $97 once the sale is over. You know, some people like to buy these things a couple months in advance. They're like, sale or no sale. I like to plan out that far. I'm intermediate or advanced. And still, you're going to have access to all the replays from previous years too. That'll keep me busy until October circles around again. Let's say pumpkin batch of frosting. Yes, I have one for every single month of the year. The course itself is evergreen, and then the live coachings aren't just for Q&A, but it's also for anything new that might come along. Like all the short form content marketing is very new, most of it brand new to 2020. And then, of course, we have the whole COVID thing and a lot more stuff's going online, and how to make sure that you can market and sell effectively, because sooner or later your competitors are going to figure out, even if it's an Etsy-based business, run out their home, they're going to figure out, I either have to get traffic, or unless I'm already huge on Etsy, I'm never going to make it on Etsy or Amazon Handmade. Amazon Handmade. They have to drive the traffic to their business in order to do more business. Music Chick Art, thank you so much for your expertise. I have a lot to do and plan out now. Yep. And so come on back on Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time again for my live. Monday through Thursday, we do pre-produced videos here, so those will be coming. You never know when I'm going to do like a bonus live too. You never know. I may take them down and just hide those. The Friday lives the replays will be available. Unless there's something crazy tech going on, the replays will be available for the Friday videos. Behaven Design says, great catching you live. Thanks for all you share. You're amazing. No, you guys are amazing. You are out there in one of the most volatile global climates ever. COVID, unrest, anger, fear, huge layoffs. And yet, like I said just a minute ago, most of my students who applied even a quarter of what I did, teach them both through the courses and lives, were profitable to super profitable. And I was like, just recently, I was like, guys, remember a couple of months ago where some of you were like, should I even post and or sell at all? If we can sell in this environment and thrive, then you know that we can sell in any environment and thrive. So Daniela says, the advice is wonderful. The confidence building you support us with is priceless. Thank you. Thank you. And Personal Space Creations, hello. Frostings are awesome. And once you have all of them, you can binge ahead of the month and schedule the stuff. Absolutely. Yes. The only thing that I sell that doesn't renew, I don't archive the group or anything, is my Planathon. So Planathon 2021 will go up for sale in December. So that's nothing to worry about right now. But otherwise, all the frostings that you buy are yours forever, for the life of the course, as they say. And then Socialgram Shortcut, which is my deep dive, Instagram, click by click. This is how you set up your account. This is how you optimize your account. This is how you create the content in Instagram stories. This is how you create the content and optimize it properly in the feed post. This is the best way to put up your IGTV videos or to repurpose things so that they can become IGTV videos, et cetera, et cetera. Click by click. Hashtag optimization, everything. That's Socialgram Shortcut. When you buy that, you get it forever for the life of the course too. The only thing that you would ever rebuy is Planathon, because it's a whole different live, experience every year. And we literally take the whole year and we plan out all our content for the year. And then, of course, from year to year, there's stuff that's going to be layered in, like all this short form content marketing. I have a methodology that I'm going to be teaching in Planathon 2020 that's going to teach you like how to layer in that extra layer of creating stuff and shattering out content and repurposing it and rescheduling it all throughout the year. So other than Planathon, everything that you buy, you have lifetime access to. So, okay, guys, make sure that you copy that link for Pumpkin Batch of Frosted. If you're on my email list already, just check your email. There's going to be 3 emails that go out today. The first one already went out because I got the test email. So the link's in the email, or you copy it now. I will definitely do my best to make sure that the comments are still here on live. But like I said, when you're doing a live stream on YouTube, when you go to end the stream, just dismiss it. Do not edit it, because it'll take you into the Creator Studio and you're definitely going to lose your comments that way. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.